Hi everyone, my name is Debbie and I'm here to talk about my experience of racism in Norfolk and UK schools as someone who's lived in 4 different countries and has attended 11 schools. The frequency of racism that I received whilst attending a Norfolk school was disgraceful. For over a year, I received at least one racist remark, comment or action a week. This was not okay. I was 13 when I was walking back to the changing room after a PE lesson, barefoot, when a student made the comment that I had left my shoes on the sleigh ship. A comment that to so many of my peers seemed a harmless joke was actually something that cut deeply and that I will never forget. Later on that day, I was told by leadership that student didn't understand that what they had said was racist. I was in an ICT lesson and we were doing research for a project, and the student had a picture of a monkey on the screen and they turned around to me and said, "Look, that's you." These are just 2 examples of the many racist comments that I received. My brother was also 13 when a student carved his name and the N-word into a tree. The school's response to this was unacceptable, and they cared more about the tree than they cared about my brother's well-being and making sure that the correct action was taken. Can you imagine how we felt every time we had a racist comment from a student or teacher? I was in a lesson and we were playing a game online that gave money to an organisation in Africa. When I asked the teacher if I could play a different game, I was told that I, of all people, should want to play the game that feeds the starving Africans. On way too many occasions, I was made to feel degraded, humiliated, and hurt. My brother and I were the only 2 black children in this high school, and the message that we received was that Norfolk was unfortunately racist and that we would have to adapt and get used to this. What we should have been told was that we had full support and that when racist incidents occurred, the school would do their best to support us and make sure that the right action was taken to prevent it happening again. Black children should not feel like they have to educate everyone around them on how what they say and do is racist and how microaggressions aren't okay. "You're pretty for a black girl" isn't a compliment. "You don't sound African." What does the typical African sound like? Because I can tell you that South African and a Nigerian might not sound the same. Getting an education whilst being in a racist environment is extremely difficult. How am I meant to achieve my best academically when the student sitting next to me says the N-word casually because they hear it in a song? When the teacher has made racist remarks whilst I'm in the classroom? When I feel like my blackness is an issue to the school? I know that these experiences have shaped me into the confident, strong, and unapologetic woman that I am today. But at that time, it was a different story, and my mental health was not okay. I also know that these experiences have shaped my mentality towards white institutions. Racism is not just saying the N-word, it's any situation where you act with prejudice towards someone else. In my place of work, I've had people touch my hair without my permission. Not once has this happened to any of my white colleagues. I'm now left in a difficult position where I have to decide if I'm going to ask for my personal space back and risk upsetting the customer and management, or if I'm going to give up my right to my own personal space. Don't touch my hair. Don't ask me where I'm really from. Saying I'm a nice complexion of brown is rude. All black people are beautiful, no matter how light or dark they are. In my experience, UK school stance on racism is turn a blind eye. This is not okay. Schools are educating our future, and by allowing these children to be racist, it's these people who are becoming the adults that the racist police that see us as thugs. The adults that refuse to be treated by black nurses and doctors. The adults that become the racist politicians that see black as a problem that needs to be treated. Not one of the UK schools that I have attended has partaken in Black History Month, thereby denying everyone the chance to learn black history within a UK context. It's not enough just to teach slavery. Our history is so much more than that. I'm interested to know whether Ofsted reports are truly representative of the racism happening within UK schools. Are schools getting high results at the expense of black children? Black lives matter in schools as well. make sure that we feel it that way. Thank you.